Hello again. This is the last part of this project. So we take the bag off of the face because we are going to start working the final steps on the mount, which is the facial work. So for tucking in the eyelids, I like to distribute the skin around the eyes and centerize the skin around the eyes, making sure that the skin is not being under any pressure and is sitting around the eye, glass eye, fairly center and relaxed. And at the same time, I'm trying to adjust the skin around the mouth and nose. I've said it before, you got to keep in mind that facial skins on every animal moves and stretches a lot, and it's due to all the muscles and all the movements that the face needs to do during eating or any other activity that they do. So keep that in mind, that you don't have to fill the face of the animal as much as it stretches, because you're going to create a mount that is not proportionate. So always have the measurements of your animal before you're skinning it, and then apply the same measurements: the head width, the head length, the eye to nose measurements, eye to eye measurements, tear ducts measurements. Everything needs to be the same. Just don't follow the stretch of the skin, because you're just gonna make it look not natural. That's what it is. Anyway, we're talking the eyes or eyelid skins inside. I like to push that skin against the glass and slowly slide it underneath the clay. That's what I like to do, to keep all the clay trapped inside the skin. And at the same time, I'm tucking in the tear duct skin using my favorite fish tool that I've used it on everything except fish, and tucking it in perfectly good. Yeah, right now the clay is wet, the skin is wet, everything is quite soft and pliable. So that's why I say that not every impression you like to put on the eye can happen right now. You have to let it dry out a little bit, at least the excess moist gets dried out, and then when you leave any impression on the eyes, around the corners and everything, creating those details, at least your impressions are going to stay there. They're not just going to go or move around just because it's too wet. Okay, we turn the mount upside down again. Take that cover off the face or the muzzle. Pull down the mouth skin a little bit. Give yourself enough room, and I like to centerize my muzzle skin by the nose. I put 2 pins into the nostrils, one in each, and keep it center. Make sure that it doesn't move. And then after that, I'm trying to bring the skin all around the mouth and make sure that it's sitting there relaxed before I put my roll of clay on the upper lid. On the upper lip. So here's the roll of clay. I put it right on the edge on the upper lip and smooth out the surface, feather it out, make it into one piece with the lip structure. I keep that roll of clay going around the corners of the mouth and about an inch into the lower lip. Basically, I'm just enhancing the anatomy of the lip and mouth. with a roll of clay. Okay, now the skin is slowly pulled over the clay and we start tucking it in. I start right in the front to give myself a perfect front, and then move to the corners and then work my way in between. A little bit of extra skin on the lip area that was too much to tuck in. I'm just trying to trim it out. I like to create that mouth slot fairly tight with a fine drill bit, because the tighter you tuck in the skin, the less shrinkage and less pulling you have to deal with when the mount is drying. A little bit of a roll of clay in the front, just because caribous have a very pronounced lip line, both up and down. It's quite interesting what their lips look like in the front. And putting a little bit of a hide paste in there because it was rubbed off, so I put some more hide paste, and I'm slowly tucking in the lower lip. You remember that roll of clay that we have applied on the upper lip? We have not used it yet. We did put it underneath the skin, but we have not used it to close the mouth. It's still sitting there the way we put it in. At the end, we slowly push it inward and down when the lower lips are all tucked in. We slowly push that clay and roll it down toward the lower lip and inward to close the mouth, hair to hair, and create a very smooth mouth. Okay, it's time to work on the nose. Caribou nostrils, the skin that goes right inside the nostrils, they're all hairy. There is no epoxy work or anything like that involved because it's just full of hair. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier for finishing. Less work, that's what I'm saying. So we put some hide paste. If you think that the hide paste didn't get inside the nose, I put some with a little brush in there, and now I'm starting to tuck in that skin, making sure that the skin is hitting the mannequin perfectly flat and nice, so it creates a good adhesion. Right now I'm using brad nail, a short brad nail, to secure the skin around the burrs of the antlers. The shortest brad nail you can find. And believe me, when you have it on full power, it works like great. Final adjustment on the eyes, putting some pins in the corners, making sure that when it's drying it doesn't pull away. And trying to create some crease in the eyelids, but as I said, you know, they won't stay there because everything is too wet and too fresh. Usually next morning I come back to it and finish it off. So pretty much the mount is done right now. I'm going to let you watch the rest of the video, and of course I have all the finished product pictures at the end for you to see. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If there was anything that I could help you with, any question, please leave it in the comment area. I usually answer all the questions. I'm quite up to date with that, and I appreciate your time watching the video. Please hit the like button if you like the video and share it with your friends. Support the channel. We will create more and more videos for you. Hopefully within the next little while this would be the most complete YouTube channel for taxidermy industry. Thank you again. We will see you next week with another project. Bye-bye.